So today we'll be looking at the Ethereum. As you can see here, Ethereum slash USDT time frame. This is my live setup, like my live my live trading setup. It's live. So I'm here to welcome those that are my returning subscribers, and also um, I'm here to welcome those that are new to my channel. As you are welcome to KULDAPRINCE trading channel, in abbreviation KT channel. You are welcome to KULDAPRINCE trading channel, where I teach you guys how to make the most profit out of the market. So here is a Ethereum chart. A Ethereum chart. So I'll be showing you guys how I do my support and resistance level, how I mark out my possible entries, and what I look out for in the market. So I'll be taking you guys step by step, a walk down on how I do everything. So first and foremost, we are in the 4 hours time frame. As you can see here, I've explained all this in my video. If you watch, I explain how to use your trading view. You get. So I'll keep making more and more content as time goes on, as it takes time before I make content. So make sure you leave a like button. You get, as it encourage me to make more videos in the nearest future. So here is the Ethereum time frame, as Ethereum is currently at 1,575.97 dollars. That's the current market price for Ethereum slash USDT. So this is the 4 hours time frame. I'm a swing trader though, and more of a price action trader. I look at what the market is doing before I go for my trade. So first, to look at what the market is doing, I move to the 1 hour time frame. And here is how I go to the 1 hour time frame. I click to the 1 day time frame. Sorry, I mean 1 day time frame, not 1 hour. Then I expand my chart to have a clear view of what the chart is doing. As you guys can see, there is a very strong uh, demand at this zone. There was a very strong demand at this zone. This was where liquidity lies. So once it triggered the point of liquidity, and it was mitigated, the price shoots up, touching this resistance zone. As you can see here, it has been resisted here, resisted here, resisted here, you get, and support here. So getting to this one, it was resisted, and mere looking at what the market is doing in general, you can see that from this date, which is 04 January. Oh, sorry for the light out. Okay, so sorry for the interruption, guys. Okay, so as I'm saying, um here was the zone at which it was there was enough demand. So that is why the price shoot up. You get. So my explanation for this video will be how to know if it is a bullish market or a bearish market. If you put your cursor here, you will see that this was January 4. Since January 4, the market has been bullish. You can see the green candles simplify a bullish candle, and the red candles simplify a bearish candle. You can see there have been a lot of bulls so far, and just few red candle. So you can tell that currently now we are in a bullish market. Here you see bearish market, here bullish market, a few red candles. You can't determine yet until you can't determine a few red candles. You can't determine this whole green candles. You can see it comes here and it creates a new higher high. So it has been a bullish market. So since it's a bullish market, what are you to look for in a bullish market? In a bullish market, you look for possible long entries, and in a bearish market, you look for possible short entries. So because this is a bullish market, my trade will be more of a bullish setup. You get? So now I'll be going to the 4 hours time frame to um, to do my analysis. I want to say a big thank you to my VIP students that have been so supportive, as I give them my setups and they do as much as possible to send me their risk to reward ratio, their profits. They send me a picture of them doing good in the trade. So I'm so happy my VIP students are doing well. If you like to join my VIP signal group where I dish out my signals for possible trades for the week, you can feel free to, my link is in the description below, to my WhatsApp, my Gmail and my contact. So feel free to WhatsApp me or DM me in order to make me know that you want to join my VIP signal group. Okay, so I'll switch down to the 4 hours time frame. I'll switch down to the 4 hours time frame. So we are in the 4 hours time frame now. Like I said, the market is in a bullish condition. So first, I will mark out my possible support and resistance zone. The trading is all about having rules. Trading is all about what? Having rules. To be a successful trader, you must follow these um, four words, which are CEST. The C means conditions, the E means entry, the S means stops, and the T means take profit. So you must have your conditions, which which I have just done. I've known my conditions that the market conditions is a is a bullish market. So now I'm looking for my entries, you know. So to look for my entries, I need to analyze the market. And if I'm to analyze the market as a price action trader, I need to know where the market has, where the liquidity lies, where there is support and where there is resistance. So now you can see here there was a resistance here, 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 there was a resistance here. So to know possible resistance level that is very strong, you need to backtest the zone. You can see here it was supported. This resistance level was supported here and it was resisted here. You need to go back in time. You go back in time. You go back in time to check, to confirm the zone. You can see here it was supported here. You can see. So that makes it a valid uh you can see here it was resisted a little bit. You can see it was supported all through here. So that makes it a valid support stroke resistance zone. That makes it a valid zone. Take note, when you are to create your zones, you should not make it a single line. When I mean a single line is, let me show you. Let me show you what I mean by single line. You see, this is like horizontal line. I've explained this in my previous video. So let's say I put the line here now. Some traders make the mistakes of making this single line their support and resistance level. No, it's wrong. You have to make it a zone. You have to put one line up and one line down. So let me explain it further. You can see here, to draw your line properly, that's the next question someone will ask, that how will I draw my line properly? Sorry for the background. Some people are having some church program, so I'm sorry for the background. Okay, so you can see, if I zoom the market properly, you can see here, you can see like there it's you can see the market touch this peak and come down to a certain spot. You get, you see, touch this peak and come down to a certain spot. You get, mixing it like a doji candle. You can see this is a doji candle, a doji candle. That's a candle that a candle that don't have what, like, is a equal. We don't know who is the buy, who is the sell. So it's a candle that stopped a impulse move. You can see after an impulse move here, there was a doji candle. You see it stopped the move. So it's a candle that we don't know what the market is doing, but rather it suppress the impulse move that as the market has experienced. You can see after a doji candle, there was after a impulse move, there was a doji candle. So you can see there are multiple doji multiple dojis candle here. So that shows this zone is a very strong zone. So you put your line on the first doji candle, and you put your line on the peak, and you backtest to see if it is perfect. You get, then once you see it's perfect, you put a line, you mark out your lines. You can mark it as your favorite. You can see I've marked mine as my favorite. So you can mark it as your favorite. You get, because those are the tools you use the most. So you mark out your line, like let's say this is one, let's say this is a zone here. You mark out this zone, then you take another line. You can see it's already in my favorite. You can off on it, off it. So these are all my tools. So you take it again and you look for that. You can see this is a peak, this is the peak here. See, this is a peak here. After you have take this first zone, you mark it, then you back test. I'm coming, it was not activated. Then you mark it, then you back test and see, but this is a wrong zone though. I'm just using it as example. So so once you have back test, you will now bring out this particular uh tool. Like I said, you are going to, if you don't, I explained in my previous video that if you don't know the tool, you put the arrow on the tool, it will tell you what the tool is. You get, so this is a rectangle tool. Then you input the rectangle tool and you mark it in between that zone. You get, you mark it in between that zone, make it sure it's perfect. And see, this one is perfect. You get, then you extend it as much as you like. Let me extend this one. Okay, let me put it somewhere here. Put it somewhere here. You extend it as much as you like, so that you don't have to be drawing the zone all the time. you know you can see now I want to extend it like to the ending of this year. That's what I want to do. I want to extend it to the ending of this year, because it's a very strong zone too. Such zone will barely change in the nearest future. So I've extended it as much as I like. Yeah, somewhere here is okay. You can go to the 1 day time frame, you get, so that you have a clear view of the line. You can see. So you can see here is 2020, like there is January 1, 2024. So I'll extend it to that particular day, January 1. January 1. January 1. January 1. Okay, so it's perfect now. You can see. So that's the ending of this year. Okay. So guys, you extend this. I'll extend this one as well. And make sure you lock your zones. You get, so that you don't like you don't it doesn't drag, it doesn't leave the exact position. So make sure you lock them. So this my second zone. So I'll be falling back to the 4 hours time frame. I'll be falling back to the 4 hours time frame. So I have a clear view of what I'm doing. This is my second zone. Okay. So the red simplifies it, like in general, red signifies danger. So red signifies the bears. Once the bears can break such zone, it's because red signifies like they call it ultimate trading zone. There are some zones that are very strong, they are ultimate. Once they can break, the market will flip to the other side. You see here now, if the market can break this red, the market will be bearish for a very long time. If the market can break this green place, the market will be bullish for a very long time. You get, they are very strong zones. But this blue simplifies, it's just like a normal zone. You get. So I will put another blue zone here, but let me just mark this one out clearly first before I do that. Okay, coming, coming. Okay, perfect. So here also coming, perfect. You can see. So now let's make a perfect zone also in this place. You get. You can see the market was resisted here. If you look clearly, the market was resisted in this zone here. It was resisted somewhere, like I said, resisted. It was supported. It was supported here. You can see it was supported somewhere here. And I said you should look for a doji candle somewhere close to the doji candle and leave a line. No, that's what I said. So you put your line in that doji candle. You get, you put one, and I said you should look for the apex of that uh candle and put another one. No, that's what I explained. So you guys, to make sure you follow what I'm explaining. um I'm so experienced in the market, and this strategy has been making me a lot, tons and tons of money. And it's not only me the strategy is making money, it's also making my students money. I'm just a pure price action trader. I trade exactly what the market is doing. You get. So make sure you are well concentrated and you understand what I'm doing. So as you can see here, if you compare, you can see it's almost like the same. So it's proving to be confirmed. Here it moves out, but still is like, no, there's no doji candle here, but you see it's close to the doji candle start. I can't bring it down to this apex. It will not confirm this zone, because here was like a support zone, and you get, and it shoots up. So that's one. This is a point that shows is valid. Okay, this is another point that shows is valid. This is another point that shows is valid. This is another point that shows is valid. This is another point that shows the zone is valid. You can see a lot of valid points. I'm coming, coming. This is another point that shows it is valid. A lot of valid points. So I'm coming. Let me go back in time. You need to go back in time to back test if that zone is very, very strong or not. You go back in time. I'm coming. Let me go back in time. Back in time. Okay. You are close to. getting okay. This okay. Let's keep going. Let me explain something. I will explain more in another video, but once you see the market break some certain zone like this, break another certain zone, break like this is not a normal candle. Take note of that. There are people that manipulate the market sometimes, like your $10, your $1,000, your $1 million can't change the market. But there are some people they put billions of Ethereum. So they are the bankers, the companies, the big men in the building, the whales, they call them whales in general. So if you can see here, it was a peak and someone buy the candle at it and it shoots up. Someone sell the candle at full, like you just put full selling, it went down. Someone bought here, it went up. So those candles are not normal. So you don't use them as reference point. Okay? These are the normal candles. So here now, here makes it too valid. Let me see. You see a doji candle and okay, let me extend the line. That's why I said you need to go back in time. Let me extend the line. Okay, it's okay now. Wait. Okay, I've made mistake. I'm coming. Let me. That's why I taught you guys how to use the this thing. See, I made a mistake, so I have to use the undo to show me the right thing. Okay, you can see here now act as resistance. So this makes this zone. I'm coming. Okay, I'll put it somewhere here. Okay. So this makes this zone a valid zone. You can see resistant, support coming, coming. Okay, let me put it here. Support. Okay. This doesn't have a rule though, so you should. It's all about common sense. You should be able to, with experience, you should be able to know that if you adjust it a little bit, it should give you a particular zone. You get, because it's support and resistance zone. It's not a line, but it's a zone. So your trade must fall in a particular zone. You can see it's falling within the zone. It's not all the trades that are falling in the zone. So just know that some of your trades must fall in the zone. It must have a support. It must be supported somewhere and resistance or resisted somewhere multiple times to confirm that that zone is strong. Okay. So now we have identified our zone properly. We have identified our zone properly. Oh, this zone is too big. Oh, I can't. You don't need zone can't be too big like that. That's too big. I'm coming. I'll make it more accurate. I'll make it more accurate. That zone is too big. That zone is too big. I think this is perfect. Why I brought it down? If you notice, I brought it down. The market was ranging here. So a ranging market will have a support and a resistance. So that's the highest part and the lowest part. The highest part and the lowest part of a ranging market determine the strong zones. You get. Okay, so now it's perfect. It's perfect. Let me go back in time. I'm coming. Let me go back in time to confirm. So you guys, please don't mind my background. Some people are just, they gain pleasure in making some unnecessary noise. You get. So I can't control that noise. So I'm here for you guys. So don't mind my background. Now see, this was a perfect resistance. So this make this zone perfect. This is a very perfect zone. So that's the reason why I make live trades, so that we all, I would like you guys to be, to be leaving comments. You get, if you gain one or two things from my analysis. So now I want to Now we have gotten our zone perfectly. What did I say you do? You now use this rectangle to put a line. Now I said putting a line. I made reference of that to put to mark out that you know that this zone is not a optimum trading zone, rather it's just a normal zone. It's just, you need to know what that zone is. So I mark, and it must be perfect. Then I mark. You can see how perfect it is. You can even increase it more to see if it's fitting well. Okay, if it's fitting well. Okay, it's fitting well now. It's okay, right? Oh no, it's more than I'm coming. It's perfect now. Yeah, it's okay now. So now, okay, let me make everything equal. You get, your chart has to be beautiful because that's what makes you money. You can see chart is my true love. Chat is my true love. So, and chats don't lie. It's chat that tell you truth. Chat don't lie. It's the way you analyze it, the way you make money from it. So this is not a optimum trading zone, so I can't make this green. You get. You can choose any color though, color of your own preference. But because this is not a optimum trading zone like this, if it breaks this zone, if it breaks this zone, doesn't mean the market has flipped. The market is still in a normal, anything can still happen. The market can still go bearish, but once it breaks this particular zone, then the market will be bearish for a very long time. So now I will change the color to blue. You get, I'll change it to blue. I'll change the color to blue because I'm changing the color to blue because that is not a optimum trading zone, rather it's just a normal zone. You get. So let me look for a better color. Blue. This one is too dark. Let me check. Okay, this one is better. Yeah, it's better now. So now you lock it. Now I told you you need to lock your this thing. You can lock them like this, and you can also lock them like this. You go to object tree. Where's my object tree? You need to be familiar with your chart. So you go to object tree. You can see this object tree here. Then you look for that line, you lock it here. Lock, lock, you lock all of them. Get, you lock all of them. You can see you can even hide them and unhide them. It depends on you. So I've locked my object tree. Then you save the chart. You save it. You can save it through here. You can save it like this. Or you can press Ctrl S, short key, to save it, depending on your choice. So now we are looking for where to place our entry. And in the video I explained that. Let me hide my my favorite. Now I explained in the video that first you need to know your conditions, then um you need to know your conditions, you need to know your entries, you need to know your stops, and you need to know your targets. So we have gotten our condition right. Now we are in our entries. So for me to place entries, my condition has to be met. So for me as a price action trader, the rules governing my conditions are that I'll first mark out my zone, analyze a preview of what can happen to those zone, you get, before I will be able to make my entry. So when I mean analyzing a preview, you can see, that a market in general, let me show you, I'm coming. A market in general creates a high, like this is a red candle, so let's just say it's red. It creates like, okay, I'm coming. In market in general, let's say, yeah, in market in general, creates for a red candle, it creates like an impulsive move, a retest, an impulsive move, a retest. This is like a deep retest. You can see this is a deep like to retest this zone, making it a resistant level. Then it will create a support back to this resistant support. You get. So this is shows this is a bearish condition. This is a bearish condition. You get. So let me show you for a bullish condition. That's like a preview of what you know the market generally do. It will always create a higher high and lower low, or a lower low and a lower or a low and a lower low. You need to know all those things. You get. If you like to, you want me to coach you, I have my course. You get. I'll just give you my course, then you go through my course. I do coaching for you too as well, a private me and you coaching.